Here we go. Bloody cold. Welcome to the predicted starting 11 from a very snowy St Mary's. Let's get into team. So first off then, let's go to the people that got it right last week. Well done to Talk Southampton FC on the YouTube video, and also big well done to Alex Mann over on Instagram. A big shout out to Matt Markstone of the SFC delivery. From now on, I'm going to call you Mystic Mate because you got bang on the starting 11 and you got 6 out of 7 substitutions. Matt, what's the lottery numbers going to be next week? Before we get started though, go ahead and leave your predicted teams in below to play Stoke, hopefully here on 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. I'm going in deaf and blind this week because the Pellegrino press conference was cancelled due to this adverse weather. Starting off in the sticks then with obviously Alex McCarthy. Has looked so sure and composed since he's been in the squad, and he ain't going anywhere soon. We've been having conversations off camera this week and he could be in with an outside shout of being on that plane to Russia. Into the back four then, it pretty much picks itself, and it has been over the last few weeks, looking like we're developing a relationship with that back four, starting at right back with Cedric Suarez, the centre-back partnership of Jack Stevens and Wesley Hoot, and Ryan Bertrand in at left back, once again leading the team out. Now that back four is starting to develop together now, and I think we should be using that same four going forward. May Ishida looks like he will be out once again. He's out up to 4 or 5 weeks, and I think he's going to get back into the side with Jack Stevens, you know, relatively playing well, and Wesley Hoot starting to become more and more composed every week. Into midfield then, the two holding players for me, Oriol Romeu and Mario Lemina. This is unfortunate for Højbjerg because this is ideal conditions, which he's used to over in Denmark and over in Scandinavia. But I think Højbjerg will start on the bench again this week. He's starting on the bench against Burnley, and Romeu, he's actually close to being suspended. So if he picks up a yellow card this week, he will be suspended for the following game at Newcastle. Mario Lemina also up for the Goal of the Month award. Stiff competition from other players in the Premier League, but Mario Lemina looking more and more sure, more and more composed every week. Into attacking midfield then, starting on the right with James Ward-Prowse. Now everyone was calling for Josh Sims. I don't think he's going to start for this one, but he certainly should be knocking on Pellegrino's door. He was absolutely devastating on the counter last week at Burnley, certainly changed the game, certainly had a huge impact, but I think he has a better impact off the bench. Now Ward-Prowse, we expect his great deliveries and his great crossing, trying to find the big man up top, and I think that'll be again the same on Saturday. Into the number 10 then, behind the striker, he's like Marmite, but Dusan Tadic. I think he'll start against Stoke. Over the last few years, he's been the best influence for assists and creating goals. I think he'll do that once again. But, you know, sometimes they say he doesn't like playing in the cold, despite coming from the Balkans. On the left then, I'm going to start with Sofiane Boufal. Maybe he doesn't like playing in 5 degrees, let alone -5 degrees, but it might be here tomorrow afternoon. Now, I think Stoke might struggle against technical players like Boufal, but I think he certainly has an influence in the squad recently. Nathan Redmond's been in the squad over the last couple of weeks, playing on the left-hand side, certainly going to give Pellegrino a headache for the selection process tomorrow afternoon. Finishing off the 11 then with Guido Christian. I think Pellegrino is probably going to stick it out with his boy. I think he's going to start up top once again. A great cushion header. He found Gabbiadini, who smashed it home last week. I think he's going to start on the bench again this week. Gabbiadini is going to be better impact off the bench, a bit like Josh Sims. Now, he'll be knocking on his door for sure, but I would like to see Gabbiadini start on the left as an inside forward. Maybe that's where he got his goals for Napoli. And when Charlie Austin's back, Pellegrino is going to have certainly a big headache and a big dilemma to try and find a system that suits all 3 of them. That wraps it up then for the predicted starting 11 from a snowy St Mary's. Don't forget to leave me your predicted teams in below. Will the game even go ahead? Leave us your likes and leave us your comments below.